Okay, peace to the Messiah, 747, 24/7, 361 degrees. How y'all feeling today? Let me do some shares and some invites to get this party started. Ooh, what's up? Peace to the family. Peace and love. Ucha. Which is salutations. Shout out to Sister Jamila. Salutations. Alright. Can y'all hear me? I want to know. Can y'all hear me? Yes or no? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Question mark. I got a yes. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, cool. Alright, let me do some invites and some shares real quick. Today is actually Thursday, which is a very important day to us, which is the day of the throne. It actually is a day to connect up with the centrifuge of prayer. All right. Also, what we call the axis. Shout out to Sister Milana. I see you in here. Peace. Today's date is 6/10/13 in the Codex. I shall go over them numbers. I shall go over them numbers, and what I will do is I should put in here, if you new, introduce yourself. I should put that too. If you are new, because a lot of times people come in and they just start picking numbers. She said 6, 10, 15. It's close. It's almost close to that number, huh? If you are new, make sure you intro. I got you. Let me put that in the comment section. Thank you. Thank you, sister. If you are new, make sure you introduce yourself first. Alright, let me do some shares. Let me do some invites. Let me start this off with a hot intro. You already know what it is. Peace to the Messiahs. Peace to everybody that supports the movement. The movement. Let me start this off with a hot intro to get everybody motivated, and let's go. Zone out. Driving my car, tell my mom I ain't going far. Zone out. Smoking my weed, I was all in my thoughts. Zone out. All in my mind, put my feet on the ground. Zone out. Say what you want, I was just in my zone out, trying to just get away. Living with so much stress, hoping for better days. Coping with all these problems that take you up off your goal. I was in meditation, that was food for my soul. Went back to reading books, going out for a walk, praying up to myself, cause ain't no showing off. They claim that I'm zoning out, but I was just rolling out, trying to get in my head so I can just sort it out. Zone out. Driving my car, tell my mom I ain't going far. Zone out. Smoking my weed, I was all in my thoughts, singing zone out. All in my mind, but my feet on the ground. Zone out. Yeah. Say what you want, I was holding my phone. Zone out. You know what it is, man. Right. The hustle, the muscle, the grind. Anything you gotta do to put it together, man. That's what it's about, man. Get in your zone, your zone, your zone. I was just in my zone, trying to just concentrate. Got a lot of stuff on my mind, so I just contemplate. Did a prayer of serenity. I'm mental or mentally. I'm resting my head, cause my thoughts are so heavy. Go, I could not stop, even when I was locked. I came up from the bottom, it's nothing I got. Miles on my feet, weight on my shoulder. I got dirt on my hand, and I felt like a loner. They said that I'm zoning. Zone out, zone out. Zone out, zone out. All right. What's up? Peace to the family. Okay, I got a couple people in here. What's up? Share the video. How y'all feeling? So, we are coming up on a 90-day water fast, 90-day water cleansing. It is coming up February 1st. Let me put this in the comment. Let me put this so we can put this really exclusive. The 90-day water cleanse is coming up February 1st, 2017. Hopefully you ready. Let me put this 90-day water fast. I got y'all. 90-day water cleanse, water fast / cleansing. Starts February 1st. (2022). Alright, let me see if that'll work. (90-day). Alright, cool. How many people are ready? If you're ready, let me know. If you're ready, let me know you are ready. Now, shout out to today. Today is actually, if you follow the numbers just in the Gregorian calendar, it would be 113. Okay. Now, when I break the number 113 down, I always say that the number 113 actually represents an open book. Open book, excuse me. Book. Shout out. Peace to Sister Shamel in the building. I see you. The number 113, number 113 actually represents an opened book. All right? For all the people that support, if you want to know what the 113 represents. All right? So, you might want to know what chapter is the book opened. If it's an open book, well, what chapter is the book opened at? The chapter is open at chapter 1, verse 31. That's what chapter the book is opened. All right, so let me do this. Genesis chapter 1, verses 31. All right, so Genesis chapter 1, verse 31. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And there was evening and the morning and the sixth day.
All right. So let me bring this back. I'm gonna put this in the comment section for everyone. So people ask me, well, what chapter is the book open to? If today actually represents 113, 113, what is the chapter? What book is the chapter open to? Or what chapter is the, if 113 represents an open book? Well, what chapter is the book open? All right, it's open verse 131. All right, so I took you to Genesis chapter 1, verse 31. Now, question: How many verses does the first chapter of Genesis have? How many verses does the first chapter of Genesis have? It actually only has 31 verses. So wow, that's so synonymous. You never peep game on that. But it said, and God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. So I want to put this in perspective. With certain things that we all go through in life in general. Okay, you gotta learn. I'm gonna say this. You gotta learn to extract the good from the bad. A lot of situations that we go through, man, we be like, man, this is a bad situation. This was a bad turn of events. This was a bad, whatever. But a lot of times people don't understand that it becomes a learning experience, and you can extract the good from a bad situation. Am I right? Shout out to Sister Bren. Peace to California. I see y'all in the building. Thank you. Thank you, everybody watching in the YouTube, everybody watching in the Facebook. So that's why in Genesis, it said this in the last verse. If you will, you can apply it to many things, all right. But in this measure of thought, I'm applying it to this. It said, and God saw everything that he had made. Now, question: Are you a god or are you a goddess? Are you a god or a goddess? Yes or no? Of course you're a god. Now, think about it. God saw, or goddess, or the goddess saw everything that she or he had made, and what? And behold, it was very good. Now, you think about it. Behold, it was very good. Not just good, it was very good. Let me put that verse back on there. It said, and God saw everything that he had made. Genesis chapter 1, verse 31. And what? And behold, it was not just good, it was very good. And there was evening and there was morning. All right? Alpha and Omega. All right? Evening and the morning. Think about this. A lot of times it's hard to define the evening and the morning because they both look alike. When the sun is setting and when the sun is rising, they almost look alike in a sense. All right? Which is the Alpha and Omega principle once again. But it says this, and there was the morning and the sixth day. Now, we are in the 6th month. This is synonymous to the numbers. If you notice, what I'm utilizing is Genesis chapter 1, verse 31. So today is 113, right? 113. You say he playing with the numbers again. Okay. Okay, today's 113. But right there it said what? The 6th day. So we're going to tap into the 6th month because today is actually 6, 10, 13. So there you go. The same numbers. Again, the same numbers that we're talking about in Genesis are actually in the date of the Codex today. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 31. All right? So the 6, let me tell you something about the 6. Let me bring this back. If you study your mathematics, your grandmother and grandfather mathematics, let's go. I got y'all. We're going to go to something real quick. We gotta check something out real quick. All right. But if you go to your supreme grandmother and grandfather mathematics, first of all, what is the 6th attribute of Allah? Question. Is El Mumin. Whoa. That's scary. Bust your bubble right here. Peace. I see you in here. Peace, Queen. It's nice to have you back in here. Thank you. So the first thing I would tap into, well, what is the 6th attribute of Allah? The 6th attribute of Allah is El Mumin, which is the inspirer of faith. Let me put that in the comment section first, because this is Gary go real deep. This is Gary go real deep. Alright? El Mumin, which is the 6th attribute of Allah. Alright? Boom. But let's go even more deep. Let's go even more deep to break it down. Alright? Because think about it. If I took you to the 6th designation of Allah, and it's called El Mumin is a transliteration of it, but the Muminati or the Muminun are those that are faithful. Those are the chosen ones, are also known as the chosen ones. All right, they got various different names, but the Muminun or the Mumin, they are the ones of faith. All right, these are the real ones of faith. They're called is other names that they're called, but El Mumin is an attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or what you would call a designated action of the universe, because each name of Allah is really an action that coordinates in life. All right, so cool. So that's how we're going to break this stuff down. So El Mumin, but think about this. The number 6. Now I want to talk about the number 6 right here, because everything was completed on the 6th day. It was completed on the 6th day. Why would it be completed on the 6th day? Somebody have the answer, put it in the comment section. Why would things be completed on the 6th day? And the 7th day was the day of Shabbath or Sabbath, which actually means to how should I say, preparation. People say it's to rest, but it's for preparation. The 7th day is the day of preparation. I did a whole video on that, a whole hour and a half video on why the 7th day is not the Sabbath to rest. The 7th day is actually preparation. All right, but let's stay on the 6 right now. So the number 6 actually represented the reason why things was completed on the 6th day is because the number 6, of course, represents the tying of the knot. The tying of a knot. A lot of times people, I'm going to tell you something. Y'all better watch out for certain people, yo. Certain people that study history in a certain sense to make it robotic. Hear me out. I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of times people study certain cultures and they will say, man, that would not apply to the certain measure of reality that we are living today. That is a lie. Because whether you know it or not, some things happen by what we call for can, or by criterion, or things happen in a certain way to bring about other things. People, a lot of times, people that study history in a way that is so carved in stone, all right, like the argument between the Hebrews and the Kemetic communities of whose God is or whose God is real or not. Hear me out. The thing about it is, what you got to understand, that all these things are connected in some way. Everything that you would inspire yourself to study and creed yourself to be is connected to something else. Now, a lot of times people want to fight about the origin. There is no origin. Let me tell you a trick real quick, and I'm going to break it down. You know, when we talk about the Alpha and Omega, like I share some thoughts with y'all about the Alpha and Omega, right? But what if I say, instead of the Alpha and Omega, I say Alpha and a Delta? How would you take that? Instead of saying Alpha and Omega, say Alpha and the Delta. You say, what do you mean, LaMel? Because some people seem to think when you say Alpha and Omega, you're saying the beginning and the end. So, like, there's an ending, like we watching a movie here. Like, we're all watching, like, reality or existence is like somewhat of a movie. Alright? That has an origin story with a writer and so forth. What if I tell you these things always and always will exist? And it's something that you can't fathom as a movie. So, I can say Alpha and Omega, but I can say Alpha and a Delta. The reason why I say Alpha and a Delta, hear me out, because the beginning of something is the ending of something, and the ending of something is the beginning of something. Y'all get it? The beginning of something is the ending of something. And the ending of something is the beginning of something else. It's a continual progression of time itself. I had a thought today in reference to time travel. Like how, you know, I watch a couple shows about time travel and stuff like that. How people splinter reality in a certain sense, and how they think they can go back to the past to change events. You can't. You can't. What is done, it's done. Simple. That's why God said it was good. Everything that He made was good. Everything that He made, it wasn't just good. It was very good. Because whether you know it or not, you can't change the past. But it is a trick when it comes to reality, because we go through a set of infinite loops, man. That's why I said the Alpha and the Delta again, because when I say Alpha and the Delta, I'm saying I'm saying this, A and D. Now you might say, well, what does AD stand for? Well, isn't AD a definitionary for time? Like, let me look this up. What is the meaning of AD? For real. Let's put this on here. AD. Now, what's the meaning of AD? Oof. Okay? Let's put it in the comment section for everyone. I love you. Here we go. But what does AD actually really stand for? So, the terms Anno Domini and before Christ are used to label or number years in the Julian and Gregorian calendars. The term Anno Domini is medieval Latin and means in the year of the Lord, but it's often presented using our Lord instead of the Lord, taking from the full original phrase Anno Domini Nostri, Jesus Christos, which translates in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ. So that is deep, because AD, Anno Domini, when I look at it Adam and the devil. I look at Adam and the devil when I look at AD. They said, see, think about it, right? It said Anno Domini means before Christ, but it also terms Anno Domini and before Christ, which is BC, are used to label a number of years in the Julian calendars, but the term Anno Domini is it means in a year of our Lord. So I'm like, okay, Anno Domini, which is AD. AD is also Adam and devil. Also, AD is also autonomous and deception. Those that are autonomous and those that are led by the deception. Think about it. Then you got angels and demons. AD. Alright? But Anno Domini is a religious term. When you place AD in the measure of time, that's why I said this. I'm going to keep it real. When they gave us time, they actually took time from us. Think about this. I'm going to put this. No man knows the end except for the Father. Bible scripture.
According to openbible.info, Matthew 11 verse 27 ESV/26, helpful though it's not helpful.
So,
These have been handed over to me by my Father, and no one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and anyone to whom the Son chooses to reveal him.
this is deep. So, I'm going to read from the King James Version. It says this, and this is, hear me out. This is significant. What I'm about to tell you is very significant. Peep game on this. That's why y'all got to peep game what's really going on. Watch this. This is Matthew 24:36. Matt 24:36, right? Watch this. This is significant. It said this. Look. Matthew 24:36. It says, but of that day and hour no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. Alright, so think about this. Remember, the Pope, what does Pope mean? Let's look that up. What is the meaning of Pope? Pope. Pope is also known as Supreme Pontiff, Roman Pontiff. The Sovereign Pontiff is the Bishop of Rome, head of the worldwide Catholic Church, head of the state or sovereign of the Vatican City, state, etc. Alright. What does Pope mean? Pope, I'm trying to tell you, Pope is another name for Papa. Papa. But what y'all don't get it is, it's deeper than what y'all think. It's so fucking deep. It's so deep. Now, we're going to switch to 6, which is the 6th month, and we're going to turn that into the P. Look at this. The Pope actually represents Papa, but it actually represents Apophis, or who you call a pep in freaking Egyptian theology. Real talk, this is all related to the devil. Think about it. A pep was the freaking animal creature when you going through the walkway, when you walking through the judgment hall and you about to meet the Messiah, which is you, which is Osiris at the throne. Peep game. Yo. Then you got your weighed with the your heart is weighed with the feather, and your heart is weighed against the feather. All right, yo, you got a creature at the bottom of it. It's called Amit. Another name for it is called a pep, and another name they call it is Apophis. But another name they call it is Pope or Papa. Now, peep game this. Peep game on this. Oh, here it is, right there. I said it. Pope means father. Father. What the freaking? It means father. Like I said, it means father. Right there. It says the word Pope derives from the Greek word papis, meaning father. Now, why is the Pope dressed in red? Why? They got him in crimson, but why is the Pope usually dressed in red? That got to be the question you got to ask yourself. Because the Pope is actually Apophis, but he actually represents the guy on a hot sauce bottle, of course. Not to insult anybody's religion. But what we consider to be the devil rules over the planet. You say, for real? Man, I thought the meek shall inherit the earth. Yeah, the devil had a time to rule over the planet. I'm going to say this. The devil really had a time to rule over the planet, but the devil's time is up. Let me clarify that. The devil ruled over the planet for about what is considered to be 6,000 years or more. All right? Or what you consider to be the devil. But a new consciousness, or what we call a sun cycle, has come in. All right? You see it's more hot. It's getting more, the weather is changing. It's getting more hot in diverse places. You say, man, the weather's not the same, Lamel. I remember it used to be cold and colder than such and such. We used to have snow. The sun is coming in. But along with when the sun comes a universal form of thinking. All right, as well. But this dude, the Pope, like Pope Gregory the 13th, he was the one that adjusted or changed the Roman calendar, what do you call it, the Julian calendar. All right, he the one adjusted the calendar of sort, but it's all in the same sequence of what I was telling you in the Bible. They utilized a Bible verse for that. Nobody know the hour, nobody know the day, only but the Father. The Father. Now the Pope represents the Father here on earth. If the Son was here on the earth, the Pope would represent the Father here on earth. But not the Father that we think. What we call, you already know who I'm talking about. Alright? Now, let me break this stuff down real quick. The number 6, the reason why things was completed on the 6th day is because the 6 represents the tying of the knot. It's called El Fatu and it represents the morning of activities. Remember that. L fat 2, it represents the morning of activities. Okay? And I'm gonna put it in the comment section for everyone. All right. But fat 2 is the tying of the knot. It represents your agreements that you make. It represents making agreements and sticking to your agreements. That's what it's all about. The 6th day. And a lot of times that's hard because how reality pushes us sometimes. Let me put this in the comment section. All right. This is a designated fate for Fatu, which is considered to be the 6th month. Now we got 14 months in our calendar. Remember that. I'm gonna put this in the comment section for everybody. Okay. So it says this. This is the symbol of opening up. Fatu, because Fatu means to open the door. Or to open. Fatu means to open. Alright? A renewed clarity and dispelling of darkness that has been shrouding some part of your life. You are free now to receive and to know the joy of non-attached giving. This is the symbol for the morning of activities. Clarity and concentration are essential at the beginning of work. The protection offered by this is the more light you have, the better you can see what is trivial and outmoded in your conditioning. Recognize that now, on one hand, you are limited and dependent. On the other hand, you exist on the perfect center where harmonious and beneficial forces of the cosmos radiate, because you are the center. All right. Now, that's what this 28 days is about. Hear me out, y'all. This is preparation for the 90-day water cleanse. All right. I need y'all to be ready for this, man. It's going to be hectic. It's going to be very, very hectic. At times, you're going to want to give up. But don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. All right? The rules of the 90-day water fast are very clear. You start your day off with 8 to 10 ounces of water. 2 hours later, you eat your meal, which is fruit. That's your first meal. 2 hours or more later, you eat your preferred diet, what you love to eat. Then 2 hours before you go to bed, you eat a non-processed meal, which preferably is a salad. It can be nuts. It can be various different things that are non-processed, okay, that aren't cooked, okay. Now, remember, you don't partake of sugar this whole time. This whole time, you take a step back for anything that is concentrated sugar. No tea is permitted and no coffee is permitted as well. So you take a back up from a lot of things that generally you like and you indulge in every day. Take a step back from anything that has sugar in it. As long as it comes from the fruit, then it's a go. If it comes from the vegetables or the fruit that is not refined, then it's a go. But otherwise than that, don't touch it. And stay focused. Get your mind clear. You're going to notice you're going to have more vivid dreams. Now, you're to drink a gallon or a gallon and a half of water. Depends on your weight. Depends on how much you weigh. I suggest that you check your body weight and find out what is preferable, what is needed for your body, for you to do the water fast appropriately. Now, I'm going to say this too. For anybody that has any type of condition like that are diabetics, you should consult your doctor before you do this as well. If you are a diabetic, you should consult your doctor before you do the water cleansing, because there is no sugar permitted except from fruit or vegetables. All right? So, moving forward, let me say this too, real quick. Simply put, you have been operating in the dark, and now there is enough light to see that the patient on the operating table is who? You. You hear me on that? Simply put, you have been operating in the dark, and now there is enough light to see that you are the patient on the operating table. All right? Let me show you the reverse of Fatu. The reverse. A lot of times we don't talk about the reversals of these numbers. We don't talk about the reversal of what Fatu or certain things that we study. What is the reversal of it? Here's the reversal right here. If Fatu could be reversed of what I said to you, let's tap into it. It says this symbol of opening up, excuse me, my fault. It says this: expect a darkening of light in some situation or relationship. A relationship may be dying, a partnership, a marriage, some sort of piece of yourself that is no longer appropriate or valid. Receiving this symbol is a sign that failing to face up to that death could constitute in a loss of opportunity. This cycle causes for giving up gradually the old and being prepared to live empty for a time. Create stability, not being seduced by the momentum of old ways. Wait for the new to become illuminated in its proper time. That's the reversal of this. So expect some darkening in light of some situation or relationship. This is a trivial month, the month of tying the knot. The number 6 looks like a knot tied, literally. All right. A relationship may be dying, a partnership, a marriage, some sort of piece of yourself that is no longer appropriate or valid. Receiving the symbol or tapping into this symbol, all right, is a sign that failing to face up to that death, which is change, could constitute in a loss of opportunity. This cycle causes for giving up gradually the old and being prepared to live empty for a time. That's how it is when you embrace the new, yo. I'm trying to tell you. Create stability, not being seduced by the momentum of old ways. Wait for the new to become illuminated in its proper time. You got to nurture these things. A lot of times people don't understand is the seed has to be planted, but it has to be nurtured, and it has to land in the right spot, which is your heart. That's where the seed lands. And once it lands there, it has to be nurtured by the water and the sunlight. The water represents the emotion. The light represents the logic. All right? So you would say the water represents the love. And the light represents the logic. They're both connected. So I've been going hard on the number 6. Okay? And I also been going hard on 113 as well as being the open book. Because I said the book is open to Genesis chapter 1 verse 31. And you might say, well, why does it look like a book? Let me see if I can do this. If it'll let me draw, or if I can draw something real quick. Maybe I can draw. I don't know. But let me see. I want to show y'all something. See if it'll let me draw something real quick. Okay, boom. I got the screen. So if I would draw something, I would draw something like to represent 113. Let me see if it gives me some shapes. Okay, 113. Okay, arrows. Call outs. Alright, cool. We're going to draw the number 113 real quick. So when I see 113, I look at it like this. 1. Alright, listen. Make our line a little thicker. Alright, I look at it 1. Another 1. Alright. And then I look at the 13 as another 1. Here it is. 13. Sorry. I look at 113 like that, right? Now, I said it looks like an open book. It looks like an open book. Now, you might say, man, Lamel, you playing with my head. I'm not playing with your head. All I'm telling you is that everybody here, to keep it real, hold up, excuse me. Everybody here should be operating from this position right here. Everybody here should be operating from that position. You might say, well, what is this? Why? What position is that? This is the dot. The dot. Think about it. The dot would be also be known as Polaris. Your polarity or your Polaris. Polaris, which is the North Pole, right? Or the South Pole, which is the North Pole. Depends on perspectives. But it's your polarity, all right? But your dot. If you ever notice, like the 113, let me show you. I did a whole freaking slide on that. Cassiopeia. Man. Picture of Cassiopeia going around the North Pole. Now, if you notice, Cassiopeia going around the North Pole looks like 13. It looks like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Now, freak, man. That's why I said, man, y'all don't want me to go hard. Y'all really don't want me to go hard. Because if I really go hard, I'm going to crack your brain on here. I'm going to crack your brain. Seriously. The M, right? Watch this. Watch this. Cassiopeia, right? Pretend this is Cassiopeia. And I'm going to show you a picture of it. Watch. After I do this, you're going to be like, man. I'm going to show you a picture of Cassiopeia, right? Ouch. Dang, I didn't mean to make it that big. Alright, cool. Watch this, yo. I'm gonna show you something and watch. It looks just like the star system, the constellation Cassiopeia. Now remember, Cassiopeia means wife of the phoenix. She's the Ethiopian queen. Cassiopeia is also known as Hatshepsut, or also known as Queen Sheba as well. Let me say boom. I'm gonna do the same. Watch this. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do Cassiopeia, man, for y'all real quick. Man, freak. I don't know why they not letting me paste this. Alright, cool. I want to show y'all this real quick, and then after I show you this, I'm gonna take you to the star system, and I'm gonna see how you apply it. Ouch. Oh man, it's not letting me rotate it. Aha! It's not letting me rotate it. Oh, here it is. Bang. Alright, cool. I'm gonna show y'all some real good stuff. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. This is crazy. Anyhow, just to show y'all, to get an idea of it. If you look at Cassiopeia, what you'll notice is, let me see if I can get a good sign of it. Show it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Alright, it's Cassiopeia, North Star, let me see. It's all connected up. Alright, she actually represents the wife of the Phoenix, but she actually represents the female Messiah as well. Hear me out. See, the reason why I wanted to keep on drawing this M, or what you think is an M but is a 3. Alright? Man, freak. I don't know why this keep on asking me to install this doggone plugin. That's whack. It's stressing me out. It's really stressing me out, man. Nah, it's not stressing me out. I'm just having fun, but it is what it is. But you get the idea what I'm saying. If you go all the way around this, which is considered to be the North Star, what you would get is an 8-pointed star. Or what is considered to be, man, how can I draw that one? You get an 8-pointed star. Do they have an 8-pointed star? Yeah. You get an 8-pointed star. Y'all hear me? Whoa, it's gonna get deep. So if that goes around, you get an 8-pointed star. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you go all the way around, you have an 8-pointed star. Now this is a different version of an 8-pointed star, but they're both symbolic of the same thing, because the 8-pointed star represents the compass. This is why I'm breaking all this stuff down to you. You might wonder, where is he going with this shit? Like, You might say, man, why is he even talking about this stuff? Why? Why? If you are learning from what I'm sharing with you, I need you to be ready for the drop. Because the compass is an 8-pointed star, okay? Now, the compass of reality represents a designation of where one travels within one's self. All right? Now, what you would what they call your higher self. You have a lower self and you have a higher self. All right? This would be what the higher self represents. All right? This would be a way to connect to the higher self. Now remember, the higher self, going back to the 8, the number 8 represents the heavens, or it represents the hell. Because the 8th letter of the alphabet is what? Come on, man. Somebody tell me. You put it in the comment section. What is the 8th letter of the alphabet, yo? Maybe somebody put it in the comment section before I say it. What is the 8th letter of the alphabet? Thank you. Thank you, Queen. So, the 8th... My fault, Dan. Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. Look at this. That's why freaking H, the 8th letter, represents the mind. The euphoric pleasure of existence with no disparity, no stress, no pain, etc. With happiness as its core element, it stimulates the reality of a place everyone hoped it to be. This is your heaven. Your heavens. Your heavens. Hell. H can be also your hell. You hear me? H can also be your hell. It can be your heaven or your hell. And hell would be your body. If heaven is your mind, the hell is your body. The inevitable challenge of opposition, the torture and agony of failure. I told people, I said, man, you're going to have to go through a lot of hell just to get to a little bit of heaven. Mark my word when I say that. It's not going to come easy. And if it came easy, would you value it? That's the question that you got to ask yourself. If things came really easy, you really wouldn't value it like that. If things came as easy as you wanted it to come, you probably wouldn't value it. Because when things, I would say a lot of things are in circulation, the price goes down. When the same product is in the same circulation, in the same corridor, the price goes down. But going back to this H situation, yeah, this represents the canopy of thought when we talking about Cassiopeia. But remember, she's the Ethiopian queen. Wow, man, this is the stuff that should break. This should really crack your head. It should crack your head because I'm gonna show you where Cassiopeia represents the Ethiopian queen. But besides the fact that she represents the Ethiopian queen of the throne, who is the Ethiopian queen of the throne? Who does she seek? She sought Solomon. Remember that. She sought the wisest man on earth. Who was considered to be the wisest man on earth. So Cassiopeia, or also the lady of the throne, she went and sought out Solomon for what? Wisdom. That's what this represents. That's why I tell you, man, this is more of a celestial conversation than a biblical conversation. By me showing you these stars and the systems of stars, yeah, you can apply it to history, or you can apply it to the mystery, which is my story, which is the mystery. My story is the mystery. All right? Hear me out. My story is the mystery. So is yours. All right? So, going more appropriate to break this stuff down, the number 8 square represents the 64 shades in the chessboard. It also represents the 64 shades of a chessboard, the number 8. The number 8 also represents the hourglass of what is considered to be time. All right? It also represents, the number 8 is what we call the taurine or the Taurus energy, the number 8. The universe is actually shaped in the number 8. That's why a lot of times they utilize the symbol of 8 for infinity. It represents the symbol of infinity. All right? Because at the center of a number 8 is your heart. Your heart exists at the center of number 8. Well, let me tell you some real stuff. What you should know, it is a magnetic, how they call it? I would call it, it's like more or less like an energy bubble of sort. It's like an energy bubble, a way you can connect up with a person. It's like 3 to 9 feet of their extension. I'll show you this. This is proven. Yo, you got energy around you from 3 to 9 feet. When someone comes in to 9 to 3 feet of you, they actually break that energy bubble. All right? But the energy bubble goes like in the shape of an 8. It goes in the shape of the number 8. And it goes and it moves above you and alongside of you. And I'll show you that. I might can show you that. Let me see. Taurine energy in the human. Let me see. They might show it. I mean, this is the magnetic field. My fault. It's called the magnetic field. Look at this. Bang. There it is. This is what I was saying. The energy field. It stems from your heart. Your heart. And the rhythm of the heart of your heart. Whether you know it or not, let me give y'all some real stuff that might really intrigue your mind. You should study a little bit of music, and you should find out what tone is your natural tone. Hear me out. I think everyone here should study. Mine is D minor. All right? What you should do is study your natural tone. Go find your natural tone. Like, let me see if I can find this. Look this up for you. Human natural tones. Let me see. Do humans speak on a musical scale, and can it be measured?
According to Wikipedia, the 12-tone musical scale, upon which a large portion of all music is based, may have its roots in the sound of the human voice during the course of evolution,
All right, so it says the 12 musical tone scale upon which a large portion of all music, Western, popular, whatever, is based, may have roots in the sound of the human voice during the course of whatever. Let me see. Put it this way. You speak in tones and it can be measured. I can show y'all that right now. Man, don't let me go there, man. I'll really bust y'all bubble. I'll go to the auto tune. I'll pull up my studio application on this computer right now, and I'll go to the auto tune and I'll show y'all auto tune, because auto tune measures what type of tone your voice is in. But you can change the tone of your voice with auto tune. Hear me out. This is what I'm saying. You should find out what is your natural tone, what you naturally vibrate on. Why is that? So that way you can be in harmony with something else. All right? That's in that, either in the same natural tone or that creates a chord of sort. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to show you. Let me see. Show me a chord in music, piano. Let's look at chords in music. Let's see what chords are. See, like we know about notes. Humans produce notes when they speak. All right, let me see. Here we go. Man, give me a bigger version of this. I need a bigger version. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking for a bigger version of chords. All right. Chords in... man. Hold up. Chords on the piano scale. Practice. I'm going to look this up. Bang! Wow. Look at all these chords. I'm going to show you. This is the hot thing. This is the hot thing to study. If you want to study something serious, man, yeah. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Please let me make this bigger, man. They playing me out. Oh, they playing me out right now. I want to show y'all what is the significance of why I'm saying this. Because you ever be close to somebody and you're not really vibing with that person? Sometimes that person is out of tone, out of natural tone with you. All right? Trust me on that. People can move in a certain tone and a certain harmony with one another, but it's based on a musical scale as well. Hear me out. Message. Yo, listen. Certain people with certain tones on how they vibrate, they automatically connect with certain people. And if you vibrate a certain way, you might vibrate out of tone, and you might try to connect up with a person, and you might wonder why you don't connect up with a person. It's on a musical scale. Why? All right. If you ever hear a notes clash, like and two people try to sing together and they don't sound in harmony, they sound out of tone with one another, it is the same thing. It's the same thing. All right. So LaShawn, Jacqueline, half Trinidad, Trinigal, y'all hear me out. Dan, hear me what I'm saying real quick. All right. And a lot of other people that's watching. All right. Your natural tones are significant to connecting up with a person. All right. So I'm gonna leave it at that. If are there any questions before I get off? All right. Any questions before I get off about the 90-day water cleanse any questions about, anything that I shared today, any questions, let me know. And I'll do my best to answer. Peace to everybody glitching in the matrix right now. We are really, 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 really glitching in this matrix. I love y'all. Any questions before I get off? Any questions? Explain the 90-day water cleanse. Thank you, Dan. Okay, cool. So, the 90-day water cleanse. The 90-day water cleanse starts February 1st, 2022. 90 days, bruh. Alright? Now, there is no sugar permitted in the 90-day water cleanse. Let's start that off. No sugar, no refined sugar. Only sugar that you get comes from the fruit or vegetables. Alright? You start your day off with 8 to 10 ounces of water. You start your day off with. Alright? You start your day off with 8 to 10 ounces of water. Alright? Then 2 hours or more later, you eat your fruit. That's what you break fast with. You eat fruit. Alright? And then 2 hours or more later or so, you eat your preferred diet. What you like to eat. Alright? Minus the sugar. And then the last meal 2 hours before you go to bed is a non-processed meal, which consists of a salad or anything that isn't cooked. Now, Dan King, what I suggest is that you email the movement and you just really get the book. I'll send you the book. Man, I got the Cash App right there. You can send a donation, whatever you want. I had the Cash App there the whole time. You know what I mean? If you don't send a donation, that's on you. I'll still send you the book. Alright? I'll still send you the book. It doesn't matter to me. Long as this helps you change your life, I'm cool with that. Alright? I did my part. The universe will give to me. Or give to the movement and make us strive. But if it's in your heart, you can donate. Or you can sponsor the channel. But I'll send you the book, which is the 90-day water cleanse. Okay? Now, the 90-day water fast / cleansing. Now, this book is broken down, and there's so many things in this book that's relevant to what I talk about. The body of the Messiah. Let me first start that off. Now, the body of the Messiah is the numbers that flow through 1 through 31. Each one of us exists on this body. If I ask you when is your birthday is going to be between a 1 and 31 number. And like how God said, or in a book, the so-called God in the Bible, in Genesis chapter 1 verse 31, everything that he had made was very good. Alright? All his creations are looked upon as very good. Okay? So 1 through 31, we are all the creations. Okay? Each verse represented a person or personality of sort. Alright? Then you got let me see. Man, there's so much in this book, Dan. This is the 131 Memorandum, which everybody should know. And I read this from time and time again. but it's definitely a heavy hitter if you want to know about the Messiah Code. And it talks about the four disciplines, which is El Raju, El Tajdid, El Takik, and El Muqtafiyah. You might ask me, you might say, Lamel, well, what is the spiritual reason why we doing this? I'm going to share it with you. It's right here. All right? You got the returning, you got the rejuvenating, the fulfilling, and the sustaining. All right? These are all part of what this discipline, what we consider to be the 90-day water cleanse, represents. They're all connected with that. Any other questions? Any other questions? Let me know. But you will have to read the book. The book is very interesting, man. Very good. Very good. I'm trying to tell you. Now this is Noon. This is one of our great ancestors, or a representation of our great ancestors, known as Noon. All right. Which is El Raju. Now Noon is a palindrome name, but Noon also means the well. Noon doesn't just mean the water or an Egyptian deity of sort.
Hi, I'm great to see you.
The Noon actually represents. Noon actually represents. Here, give me a hug. Come on, give me a hug. How you doing? You alright? That's good. It's great to see. Noon actually represents the whale as well, or what is considered to be the whale. Now, Jonah, the story of Jonah is also parallel to that of the Messiah. Remember that. They have a parallel connection. Okay? But the whale actually represents your potential. A way to tap into your potential. Okay? But it's so much stuff in this book, Dan. I got Quranic verses, different things about the water. You know what I'm saying? El Tajdid, breaking this stuff down, man. Some real good stuff. It's 9 disciplines that embody El Tajdid. 9 attributes, should I say. It's 4 disciplines, but 9 attributes are located in El Tajdid. Alright? This is the spiritual application of this, Dan. Like when you read this, you're going to have, this is your spiritual application that you're looking for. And then not only that, it goes even more deep. I'm just skimming through the book. A lot of times people like to skim through books just to see what it's about. They make a connection first. Alright? El Takik. You know what I mean? Break these things down, man. El Muqtafiyah. And all these symbols that I show you are, every symbol that I showed you is a symbol of water. So it's not like I'm showing you apply these things. All these symbols are symbols of water. Symbol what we're living in, which is the age of information, but y'all call it Aquarius. All right? Yo, let me tell you something else that's so hot in this book, Dan, that everybody should apply. Here's your calendar right here, right? Okay? You got 13 plus 1. All right? We got 14 months in our calendar, but in the solar perspective, in the lunar perspective, it is measured by the shell of the turtle. All right? Which is 28 days and 13 moons. All right? So if you notice, Dan, you got an affirmation, and every day you have an affirmation. So what I would like to do to end this video before I get off is I would like to find out the affirmation for today's date, for the Gregorian calendar. So if today's the 13th, right? Thursday the 13th. Thursday the 13th. That's a double TH. Shout out. This would be the affirmation. All right. So it would be day 13, which is El Masi. 13 times 13 is what? 169. All right. And peep game on this. The affirmation is, I am the hope of someone's life. Think about it. I want you to hear me out. The affirmation of today is Anuki el amul shil gan sheyu heyu. Okay? Anuki el amul shil gan sheyu heyu. I am the hope of someone's life. That is the affirmation for today. And the supreme grandmother and grandfather mathematics of today is the master. The master is the creator, the originator, or the adept student who reaches the highest point of a particular subject matter where he or she must then innovate the craft. And today you measure how much water did you drink today. You measure your goals today. Did you complete some of your goals today? You measure the hours you were awake today. And you measure the hours that you rested yesterday. Or if you want to do it, should I say yesterday? When you write the hours, it should be the day before. The days awake, the hours of rest and the hours of awake should be the day before. Even though you're writing it on the 13th, it should be the day before. Because that's the only real way you can measure is by the day after. So let me make that clear. Alright? But hopefully y'all ready for the 90-day water cleanse. Make sure that you get your book. Email the movement. Email the movement or just link up. That's it. It is what it is. I love y'all. 747-24/7 361 degrees. Shout out to my 1221s. I love you. You love me. Me is we, of course. Alright? Man, stick to your guns, man. Stick to what you working on, y'all. We got things to do, man. We got a world to change. We got a world to change. Okay? And it is what it is. But I want to say I love y'all. Make sure you hold on to the rope. That's what this day is about as well. Holding on to that rope. The number 6, the gift and the curse, El Fatu. Holding on to the rope. Okay? So, Kum. Peace to the primes.